Hello, welcome to my channel. Whether you've been here, whether you're new here, hey, thanks for clicking on this fucking video. I really appreciate it. There's a preview of my sailor mouth, so if that's not for you, you probably just want to go elsewhere. Everybody else in the fucking world and their mother has done reviews on these goddamn Jaclyn Hill lipsticks, and I do also want to put my 2 cents in because it can't hurt to have more input on the situation. Now, if you live under a rock or you have nothing to do with the makeup world and you have no idea what the hell is going on, Jaclyn Hill, who is a massive beauty influencer, has finally released her makeup line, Jaclyn Cosmetics. Or Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. Is it Jaclyn Cosmetics or is it Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics? I don't know. There's confusion about it. She's divorced from her husband, but she's still keeping her last name, Hill. So I think it'd be okay if she kept it as Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, but it's Jaclyn Cosmetics, I think. Anyways, I was really excited for this launch. Jaclyn Hill was one of the very first beauty influencers that I ever watched. She's the one that taught me how to blend my eyeshadow and pretty much apply my makeup. I obviously found others along the way, but Jaclyn Hill was the first one that I watched, and I have her big ass Morphe palette. I also have 3 of the little Vault palettes as well. I have her makeup brushes that she did in collaboration with Morphe, just the eye ones, not the face ones. And now I own 3 of her lipsticks. So I did not purchase all 20 shades because I don't have money. Like, I had enough to purchase these 3 and I was expecting them to be amazing. I don't think is the right word. I don't know. I was just excited because she's been working on this for so many fucking years. Like, all of the drama channels and everything that I've watched, they're bringing up receipts from back in like 2014 when she's talking about her brand. And I thought that because she spent so much time on it and she is such a perfectionist, and I do actually trust things from beauty influencers when they come out with their own brands a little bit more, at least the ones that are thoughtful about it, because they're the ones that are like in the world, like testing out all these products. Like, they know what's good, they know what works well, and so trust them to put out a good product. Like, Jeffree Star's brand is fucking incredible, with the exception of the concealer. RIP to that for me, but whatever, everything else is pretty damn good. And I was excited. I think the packaging is very Jaclyn, very cute, a little bit extreme, but I'm okay with it. Like, I don't mind pulling out a fucking diamond encrusted lipstick, being all fucking fancy and putting on my lipstick. I'm okay with that. Some people are like, oh my god, it's way too gaudy. I'm not one of those people, all right? I'm fine with that. Really excited for this fucking launch. I don't know what to say other than that. Not everybody is getting the same product, kind of. I am going to swatch these on my lips because mine weren't as bad as what a bunch of other people have been like tweeting and showing videos of. Raw Beauty Christie's video, oh my fuck, if you have not seen that video, it is worth that because she got PR, but she also purchased it. So she has PR versus purchased, and the purchased is just wildly different than the PR version. So I do believe that there are inconsistencies in the product, that maybe they put out 2 different batches or something. I don't know. I don't want to believe that she would knowingly put out expired products, because she has been talking about this for several years. And there was a video that she did with James Charles back in 2016, I believe is when it was, where she said that she has product that's ready to go and she just can't wait to launch it. And I know that she's had stuff going on in her personal life that has prevented her from launching it, because she's gone through that divorce and just tons of mental things, which mental health is important, but when does it stop being an excuse for something like this? If she had product ready to go then, it's 2 years later now when she's launching it. I would hope that she would destroy that product because it is no longer good. Oh man, that defective lab sample, that tweet that people are bringing up where it's like got all the holes through it, and she's like, this is a defective lab sample, and then Nikita Dragon was like, oh my god, is this a preview of Jaclyn Cosmetics? And we're seeing, yeah, actually it is, because they have holes in them. So the lipsticks are defective or they're expired. I don't know what the little hairs are in it. I did do an Instagram live when I first got these where I opened them and I tried them on and I swatched them and I looked at them. I failed to save that, so only a small amount of people saw those. But what did happen was one of them, I believe Fussy, had one of those little fibers on it, just a little tiny white one, and I ended up pulling it out, and I think there's another one on it right now. Yeah, there is. There's another one on it right now. So it's like, as I keep using it, which I know it's disgusting for me to keep using it, but mine weren't as hairy as Raw Beauty Christie's, and I haven't had any of them that had the holes throughout them, but they do get the lines all across them and they get scratchy, like they beat up like the crystals or whatever the hell is in them. I am going to swatch them on my lips for you, not for the purpose of showing you the colors because pretty much everybody has done that, just to kind of show you what happens with them. I did scrub my lips. I exfoliated them with the Jeffree Star lip scrub and I put chapstick on before I did my full face of makeup, which took me about 45 minutes to do. So my lips are not dry, they are moisturized. They're moisturized. I really don't want to believe that she would release expired product knowingly, but you know, Jaclyn Hill has been a little controversial in the past. I don't know, she's had a lot of scandals surrounding pretty much all of her makeup launches and collabs and stuff that she has done. There's always backlash. You know, the Vault collection, people were like, these formulas are weird and they're skippy and they're patchy, and so she like made that video where she had all of the palettes and she was like swatching them. She's like, I can't figure out what's wrong, but then they magically like had new ones come out, but then people were getting them and peeling off the sticker where it said Vault 2 and like underneath said Vault 1. So there's the whole like, what, did you actually change it or did you just send out the same product? I don't fucking know. Marlena Stell from Makeup Geek, she tweeted out and broke the silence, which was kind of a big thing for me because I don't really hear, you know, her name that often anymore. And for her to speak up about the whole where Jaclyn said that her lab was using new white gloves that shed all over her product for quality control. Marlena was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like in my 11 years, I have never seen a white fuzzy glove. It's always rubber gloves. And even in those videos, which all the drama channels, Peter Mon, Rich Lux, T-Spill and all of them have like shown in that video that Jaclyn was in the lab, she had blue rubber gloves on. The employees in the back had blue rubber gloves on, with the exception of that one employee that it looks like they were wearing a mask but didn't have any gloves on at all. You know, all of this is pretty concerning. Sanitation is definitely questionable in this case. You know, the products are probably contaminated and I don't know how safe they are to put on my lips. The only thing that I have experienced with them as far as feeling unsafe is when I first put on Fussy, when I was in my live stream, it was tingling on my lips a lot, but in its defense, I did just exfoliate it with the Jeffree Star lip scrub and then like went directly in with it, so my lips were kind of raw. But I mean, even then, I exfoliate my lips all the time before I put lip products on them and they don't tingle. It hasn't tingled since I have been wearing it. I wish that there weren't so many problems with the launch of this and like all the shit that's going on, because I do like the way that they feel on my lips. They're very buttery. I have used a lot of lip products, but apparently there's other lip products that are comparable in creaminess. Like someone was talking about the MAC satin something finish, and there's like Marc Jacobs and others that are similar in feeling to this, but I haven't worn any of those. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of drama surrounding this. I think Jaclyn has handled the situation pretty poorly. We know that she's not a professional, and the fucking tweets that she puts out and just is like clapping back at people who are just expressing their concerns, like what the hell's going on with my lipstick. I understand that she is defensive because I'm that type of person as well. If somebody I feel like is criticizing me or whatever, like I can get pretty defensive. So I understand where she's coming from in that when you're running a brand like this, you can't act like that. You can't just pop off on Twitter and like tell a bitch she's got some dry lips and that's why her fucking lipstick looks like that. That ain't it, sis. I don't know if she's gonna cancel her shit, I feel like she should have vetted the lab a lot more thoroughly, because it seems like they have issues in the lab. Maybe the lab did this shit without her knowledge. Like, they had all that product sitting on the shelf and they were waiting to release it, and then when it came time to release it, they were like, oh, we don't really want to do all this fucking work, and you know, we already made all of this product, let's just send it out and tell her that we destroyed it. Like, that could be the case. I don't know. From what I've seen from drama channels, like, I don't know what lab it is, but it seems like they've had some issues in the past with their reputation and quality control. So none of this shit should be getting past quality control. I just feel like there needs to be as much information as possible. Raw Beauty Christy did an amazing job with that fucking video. Oh my god. And there's been many others. So the boxes that they came in are very cute. Someone said it looks like standard packaging, but it's got like this kind of quilt pattern on it, which you can feel, which is really nice, and I think that's a nice touch. So it's not just kind of a standard box, and it does have this little thing that goes inside of it that kept the lipstick from moving around in here. The US Postal Service, or whoever the fuck delivered my package, this was left on my front door. I do live in Washington. It is summer right now. It's not really that hot, and I don't know how long it was on the porch for. I found it when I came back from work on my lunch break. But they weren't like melted, and they weren't like hot to the touch or anything. So none of my lipsticks have been melted. I haven't like rolled them all the way up to look around like other people have. So I got 3 shades. I got Isla, I got As If, and I got Fussy. Isla, I just rolled it up, and at the base, there's a place where it looks like it's a little bit separated, but it doesn't feel, well, I guess it does wiggle a little bit. I've used this a couple of times now, and can you see the texture in it? I don't have any of the intense beading that people are talking about, but there is a little bit of the scratchiness. So let's go ahead and swatch Isla on my lips. And maybe I'll zoom you in as well. Boop. Oh my god, the smell of these. So these smell like vanilla something. People were saying they smell like Play-Doh. It does smell kind of like vanilla Play-Doh. But last night I was flossing my teeth, and all of a sudden I started smelling a familiar smell. And my floss smells exactly like this. So that's weird. So they're not as pigmented as the claims are. I have to go over quite a bit to get it to be opaque. This color looks a little light on me at first, but it warms up to my lips, and I do actually really like the way it looks. So after that application, the lipstick is pretty smooth. I haven't really had a lot of issues with this, and this is the smoothest that it has looked so far. So that is Isla. Ooh, got the butthole lips. They do feel very creamy and buttery on my lips. They transfer like fucking crazy. This is not supposed to be like a long lasting lip or whatever. I would have to take it with me to work and put it on throughout the day, because I drink coffee and it comes off. I'm gonna put some chapstick. Not too much, because I don't want it to be super greasy and then the lipstick doesn't apply. So my lips are not rough. We'll do As If next. This one, you can see the color. I've put this on top of Fussy, so it has kind of, I'm gonna wipe it off. This one doesn't really have texture on it, so I think that there's a little nick on the side of it. that I didn't see before, and I haven't, like, I didn't touch that with my nail. I was just rubbing it like this. There's a little nick right there. To roll it all the way up. I don't see any issues at the base. I didn't experience any of those weird sweaty spots or anything, or the huge beads that people are talking about. So I think, you know, if there are two different batches, the expired and the non-expired, I think I might have got some of the ones that aren't expired, but there still seems to be an issue with the formulation where it gets all scratchy like that. And obviously I have a couple of hairs in one of them, so, and fussy. Did this stain my lips? Are my lips stained pink right now? Okay, whatever. So this is the shade As If. There's a little bit of grittiness on the very, very side. I don't know if you can see it, but I felt it on my lip just now. Oh, ow. Okay, now there's one coming up in the very, very center. It's really small, but it scratched my lip. Scratching my lip. Okay, now the more that I swipe it on my lip, there are more teeny tiny little fucking bumps on it. Oh, I don't think you can see it in this shot. I'm gonna try to get a better picture of it, but they were scratching my lips as I was putting that on. Continues to put it on. This is As If. Pretty creamy. I don't think it's very pigmented. Like, I can definitely see my lips through it, and I would have to really, really layer that up, but I don't want to touch it more because I want to be able to get a good picture of that texture with my foam. More choppy stick. Man, those people that fucking swatch all 20 of these motherfucking shades, people that do multiple lip swatches in general, you are a trooper. Okay, so this is Fussy. Now this one currently has a little hair on the tip of it. There's a little hair on the tip, and I'm gonna pull it off with tweezers. Oh, you can see it. Okay, you see that right there. That just came out of the lipstick. There you go. Yeah, so that just came out of Fussy. This is the one that had the hair on it to begin with, which I pulled out. I've pulled, I think, 3 hairs, fibers, whatever they are, out of this one. And this one gets the most gritty, but this is my favorite color, so I'm pissed about it. It is gritty from the last couple of times that I've used it. Yep, we got more grit coming through. Those 3 little bumps there, scratching my lips. But do you see why I like this color? This is beautiful. Oh, shit. Scratching my lips. Yeah, you can really feel that. God. Okay, that one hurt. Okay, those are definitely more pronounced. Little bumps. I'm gonna get a better picture after I finish filming this and put them on screen. But that is the color Fussy, which is my favorite color. I feel like it's a really good nude for me, the type of nudes that I like to wear, and this one feels the creamiest. Giving her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she hasn't come out with a video or said anything because she's trying to gather as much information as possible. Maybe she's in the lab, like, looking at everything. Maybe she's firing people. Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I do know that we fucking need answers. Like, if I'm spending $18 on one of these fucking lipsticks, this cost me altogether like $60 fucking dollars. I want to have a product that doesn't scratch my lips. You know, she could be behind the scenes doing all this stuff, trying to get it ready. I don't know if she's gonna address it. I think she needs to come out with a video, and I think that she doesn't. If she comes out with a fucking video and she is crying and like trying to defend herself, I don't want to fucking hear that. I need a fucking answer. I need to know if these are safe to use on my lips as I swatch them directly on my lips and continue to wear them. But there's hairs in it, there's gritty, scratchy textures. I love the packaging and all of the sparkliness and everything, and I'm very disappointed that all of this shit is happening the way it is, and I can't wait to hear what she has to tell us. I don't want her to sit there and fucking cry. I don't want her to sit there and, I have all these lipsticks and I'm swatching them and like they're perfectly fine and I don't know what the problem is. Like, you need to go to your fucking lab. You need to have them take you around and see all the samples, show the quality control, like what the fuck is happening, because there's like, was she sabotaged? Is there somebody like in the lab who hates her and wants to fucking sabotage her? Because I don't fucking know. I don't know if this is redeemable, especially if she comes out and her video is just her like crying, like trying to get sympathy and, oh, my mental health is just so in not a good place. Like, honey, I understand that mental health is important, but if your mental health is as fucked up as it is, then maybe you shouldn't be like launching shit at this time if you can't get everything like under control. And if there's product that's expired that you are sending out, that is absolutely fucking unacceptable. Just unacceptable, and it should have all been destroyed. She's probably gonna catch suits. I need somebody to take this lipstick and melt it down and dissect it and see what's going on. I'm highly disappointed in the way that all of this is being handled, and you know, my lipsticks weren't as bad as the ones that Raw Beauty Christie got, but there have been so many people coming out with their swatches and their videos and their pictures of all this shit that's like going on with them. Rich Lux said his lipsticks are supposed to get here soon because he ordered them, and I can't wait to see him play with all of them. But yeah, that's my little part of the whole Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics lipstick thing. What do you guys fucking think? Like, I've looked up to her for so fucking long. She seems to have lost herself a bit. You know, people can do what they want. You know, I'm not judging her for all the plastic surgery and shit that she's had done. I thought she was very, very beautiful when she first started, but she wasn't happy with herself. So it just feels like she's lost herself. You know, money changes people, and I kind of feel like that's the case with her, and it makes me sad that she doesn't care enough to like respect the people that are paying money for her products. She's just like bashing them and saying that they have dry, crusty lips. And the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Instagram page continues to put people on their story that are like, oh my god, I love it, oh my god, and they're just, you know, trying their best for their positive PR, but I think the negatives far outweigh the positives at this point. I'm gonna continue using these lipsticks until they cause a problem for me. I know they're a little bit scratchy, but you know, whatever. Hopefully we see the fucking end of this soon, you know? Feel bad for her, but also I kind of don't. If she is truly as involved as she claims to be with her brand, then there's absolutely no way that this should have happened. So that's been my tea on the situation. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to me yet, okay? This is a fun channel. We fuck around. Sometimes we do makeup. Sometimes we roast stupid people on the internet. Sometimes I just sit and tell you about my fucking life and the unnecessary information that you don't need to know. Sometimes it's cooking. I'm about to now go and film making keto brownies, so that'll come out as well. I don't know if I'm doing that next week or if I'm putting it up just as like a bonus video this week, but all right, fucking subscribe, man, and I'll see you next week. I post every single Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on iMovie's fucking attitude. So. Okay, bye. So this is Isla, and I'm taking close-up pictures of it, and I just noticed this little tiny hair right there. And it seems like there was a couple more on the sides, and I got some pictures of that, but I just wanted to give you this little 360. You see on this side here, those little fibery looking things? I can't see those with my eyes, but that appears to also be hair. Got some on the back there, all the texture. And the bottom of it right there, it looks like it's a little bit separated. It's pretty unstable feeling. This is As If. You can see the little, see how those little, oh my god, a hair just flew from the heavens and landed on that. Excuse me, you want to join the party? No thank you. That's a hair from one of my brushes, just FYI. Completely different than the ones that are in there. Anyways, so you see all the little bumps? Those were scratching my lips a little bit. Not the most uncomfortable thing that I've ever felt, but you know, I don't really want to feel that whenever I'm putting on a lipstick. Like, it shouldn't scratch my mouth. Do you see that little line right there? I don't know what that is. That might be a hair, or it might be a little scratch. It kind of looks like a little hair that's just kind of embedded there. There's that little nick on the side. You can kind of see the reflection. Right there. I did not do that. Looks like there might be, oh, there's another little nick right there too. Okay, so there's little scratches kind of all over. That is As If. And then this is Fussy. This is the one that was scratching my lips the absolute most. Come on. So we've got all of those little, oh my god, those look so fucking sharp. You've got all these little fucking, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like 10 of them right there. They look like pimples, man. And this is the one that had the hair on the tip that I pulled out before I applied it. And this has had several hairs in it that I've pulled out. Oh look, there's another little, and look at the mountains. This is just another angle of the top there with all the gritty things. That is Fussy. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck those are, man. Is it the butters? Is it expired? What the fuck is going on with these lipsticks, man? Why does my towel smell like cat piss? I don't even have a cat. There are no animals here. And I just washed this. But I know what cat piss smells like. Rubbing cat piss on my lips. Look at my eyebrows. What the fuck? This wavy eyebrow trend. I can just make it with my eyebrows.